These are journalists taken out the Efcc headquarters. They had decided to wait here for the lawmaker who is now describing himself as an accidental activist. This was after Jibrin had given an advance notice of his intention to formally lodge a petition on sundry allegations against Speaker Dogara and a handful of other lawmakers. Now, this is the headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, where the ousted chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation, Abdul Mumin, has just arrived, obviously to give an insight into the petition over alleged budget padding against Speaker Yakubu Dogara and others at the House of Representatives. He is currently inside the office, obviously briefing the operatives. Journalists have, however, not been allowed to go into the premises, but we await him as he comes out to give us an insight into what he has come to talk about. After a long session inside the Efcc office, Jibrin was finally out, and with much persistence, he decided to speak on the purpose of his visit.
Are you not afraid of yourself? Honorable.
I've had a meeting with the Commission. I will continue to cooperate with the Commission. In fact, we'll give the Commission maximum cooperation to ensure a speedy investigation of this matter and commencement of prosecution. I'm sure that in due course you will hear more about this petition.
The embattled lawmaker insists that there is high corruption at the lower legislative chamber and that investigations will prove his claim.
When I said there is corruption in the House, he said there is no corruption in the House. And I said, okay, let's put it before the public. Let's take a case study and let the EFCC investigate and tell the public if that is corruption or not. Because I know that is an institutional corruption, so I have picked him as a case study and I've asked the EFCC to do an investigation of the running course of his office and see if they will not establish a case of misappropriation.
He further proceeded to the police force headquarters where he had a closed-door meeting with the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris. On coming out, he reaffirmed his position.
Well, the most important thing is that we've submitted our petitions. We are at the Icpc. We met with the chairman, the DSS, same. Of course, we're also at the EFCC, and now I'm concluding here at the force headquarters. So we've submitted. I've submitted the petition, and so I've done my own part, and I've given my words that I will give maximum cooperation to the security and anti-corruption agencies to commence investigation with immediate effect so that by the grace of God, prosecution can start.
Jibrin had earlier in the day visited the headquarters of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, as well as the Department of State Security Services in his bid to further push for investigation of the Speaker and his co-accused. Matthew Igoche, PTV News, Abuja.